Well, this is still week 7. It's part 2. My internet wasn't being nice to me. I literally left my table just as it was, but I have one advantage. I went and found my pokey tool, so I don't have to use my tweezers, so it'll be a little bit easier to finish this process. So far we've just put this piece down. We're using a couple pieces of the background, and this is our Give Me 10 layout. And we're trying to highlight journaling this week. And I'm just lining this right up with the piece below it. There we go. Now it looks like that's not perfect on the back. It's hard to tell with the, yeah, it's a little bit big. So I'm just going to turn it over and trim it right close. There we go. And if we need to, we can add a little distress there. Okay, now I have the piece that I did in the first part of the video that I dry embossed using my Vagabond, and I did mist it so that it wouldn't go through. It's pretty thick paper, and this is what started me using the double-sided tape today. When you have an embossed raising or sinking, sometimes it's hard to adhere it to the base page, so I find the double-sided tape adheres well. So I put the double tape on to make it easy for me to adhere it. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put this picture of Steve and I meeting Violet. Actually, it was the second time we met her, but the first day was a little hectic. So we came back the next day and got to hold her and everything. It's a sweet picture. I'm going to put that right there. Then I'm going to add a picture of Ollie here holding his little sister. Just a wonderful pic. I'm going to center that. I'm using, this is supposed to be a 3x6 paper, and I'm just using the background for these papers. Go. And notice how sweet she is sleeping. Doesn't you know that big brother, one of her big brothers has her. And then another picture of them snuggling close right after they met her. Okay. Now we talked about our stamping already, and I think I'm going to put another journal block. And this is how this was our sample we did stamping. And I'm doing what I cherished, and I put each grandchild on one of the numbers. Did sort of like a countdown. And I took a little sparkly accent. I had little teeny bitty sparkles, and I put that on my journal page. And then this one I used some bigger sparkles I found. Here they are. Some bigger sparkles I found in my stash. And I put it right over the number for the sort of the number of birth child or grandchild. So it's in order. Now I think I'll be putting, I know I'm going to be putting, what are they called? Flip-flaps on here. So if I want to add more journaling, it'll be really easy to add a whole page of journaling, but I haven't decided that yet. So I'm just starting with the names of the grandkids and their birth order. And I'm just going to line these ones up. The others staggered on the other side. This one I think I'm going to line it up. you can do anything you want on these 10 tabs, and you can change the 10 tabs. You do not have to make it 10 reasons on this layout. You can do anything you want. That's the joy. This is our third 2-page layout, and by now you're getting the idea how to use the Cherish book, and you can make it your own. And anyway, I'm going to pull out last week's page. So I think I want these lined up at the same height. Except that makes this look not straight. So let's see if I can fix that a little. Sometimes it's hard to get it perfect. Okay. There is our page. Now, let's put it into the plastic. The reason I want to put it in the plastic, even though I haven't journaled yet, is I have a flip flap to add. It happens to be my favorite picture of all the pictures. And there's the grandpa holding the baby. So I want this, you can see it's the same exact matting as this 6-inch by 6-inch paper. I want this to match it. And if it overlaps a little, it's okay because that's just a straight line. So I'm going to turn it to me so I can see it well. I think with the edge, this will line up perfectly. So now we have Ollie hiding underneath, or Jonah hiding underneath. And I took some of the little pictures that I printed and put them there. And this is a great place for me to add more journaling. So that is week number 7. Oops. Give Me 10, the right layout. And now I'm going to go back to last week, week number 6. Next week we're going to take a break and do something fun. You're going to find in your packet some striped paper of glacier color that we're going to be making a card with for next week. So that gives you time to make sure all your layouts are done. So this is the one that you went through with the process with me last week. And I'm going to also put a flip flap on there. And it's actually, this is and this are the same picture, but I just loved it. It was their first interaction with baby, and I just wanted to get it bigger. So I have the whole Fry family here meeting, showing off baby Violet. And this one's just going to be added. And like I told you, if I want to do more journaling, I can easily add another photo here. Now there's a photo mat under there, and I'm trying to line this up so that the photo mat still shows even under the flip flap a little bit. So just burnish it a little bit, and I can write on this paper here. Obviously I'd have to take it out again to write on it, but I can journal a little bit there, or I can take another whole 5x7 flip flap and put another page like that for journaling or more pictures. I'll see what else is on my phone. Remember, one of our goals is to get them, oh, that would look good that way too. One of our goals is to get them off the phone and into albums. So have a great week. Next week, we make a card together.